Hi, I'm Sophie, and this is the story of how love found me in the most unexpected way. It's a story about heartbreak, hope, and how life's biggest challenges sometimes lead us to the greatest gifts. The day it all changed. It was a sunny Tuesday morning, and I was running late for work. I remember rushing out of my apartment, balancing a bagel in one hand and my phone in the other, trying to text my boss that I'd be a few minutes late. The streets were busy as usual, with cars honking and people rushing to their destinations. I was almost at the office when it happened. A loud crash, a screeching of brakes, and a sudden jolt that threw me forward. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. I sat there gripping the steering wheel, my heart racing. When I finally got out of the car to assess the damage, I saw him. He stood there looking just as startled as I felt, running his hand through his messy brown hair. His car had hit mine from behind, leaving a noticeable dent in my bumper. "I'm so sorry," he said, walking toward me with an apologetic expression. "Are you okay? I didn't see you stop." "I'm fine," I said, trying to steady my voice. "But my car, not so much. I'll take care of it," he promised, his tone sincere. "This is my fault and I'll make it right." The apology. His name was James, and as we exchanged insurance information, he kept apologizing profusely. I couldn't help but notice how kind he seemed, despite the circumstances. "I'm really sorry for ruining your morning," he said as he handed me his card. "If you need anything at all, just call me." I nodded, still annoyed about the damage, but somewhat comforted by his earnestness. The next day, I received a text from him. "Hi Sophie, it's James, the guy who hit your car. I wanted to check if everything's okay. Also, I'd love to buy you coffee to apologize. Let me know." I wasn't sure what to think. Was this a genuine gesture, or was he just trying to smooth things over? After a moment of hesitation, I replied, "Sure, coffee sounds good." The coffee date. We met at a cozy cafe near my office. James was already there when I arrived, sitting by the window with two steaming cups of coffee on the table. "Hi," he said, standing up to greet me. "I wasn't sure what you liked, so I got you a cappuccino. I hope that's okay." I smiled, surprised by his thoughtfulness. "It's perfect, thank you." As we talked, I realized how easy it was to open up to him. He told me about his job as an architect, his love for photography, and how he'd just moved to the city a few months ago. I found myself laughing at his jokes and forgetting why I'd been so annoyed with him in the first place. Before I knew it, an hour had passed, and I didn't want the conversation to end. "This has been really nice," James said as we walked out of the cafe. I hesitated for a moment, but there was something about him that made it hard to say no. I'd like that, I replied, falling for James. Over the next few weeks, James and I started seeing each other regularly. We went to museums, explored the city, and even attended a photography exhibit he had been excited about. He had a way of making ordinary moments feel special, whether we were walking through the park or sharing a pizza on his couch. I felt happier than I had in a long time. One evening, as we sat on a park bench watching the sunset, he turned to me and said, "Sophie, meeting you was the best thing that's happened to me since I moved here." I know we met in the craziest way, but I'm so glad we did. I felt my heart swell. "I'm glad too," I said, smiling at him. The accident. Just when everything felt perfect, life threw us a curveball. One stormy evening, James was driving to meet me for dinner when his car skidded on the wet road. He lost control and crashed into a guardrail. The call came while I was setting the table. My hands trembled as I rushed to the hospital, fear gripping my chest. When I arrived, I found him in a hospital bed, his face bruised and his arm in a cast. "Sophie," he whispered weakly when he saw me. "I'm here," I said, holding back tears. "You're going to be okay." The doctor said he had suffered a concussion and a fractured arm, but he was lucky to be alive. I stayed by his side every day, refusing to leave until I knew he was out of danger. The road to recovery. James' recovery was long and difficult. He struggled with frustration, feeling helpless as I took care of him. "I hate that you have to do all this for me," he said one evening, his voice filled with guilt. "James, love isn't about keeping a score," I told him. "We're in this together. You'd do the same for me." Slowly, he began to heal. With each passing day, he grew stronger, and our bond only deepened. A new beginning. Months later, when James was fully recovered, he surprised me with a weekend getaway to the countryside. On the last evening, as we walked by a lake under the stars, he stopped and took my hands in his. "Sophie, you've been my light through the darkest times," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "Meeting you was the best accident of my life. Will you marry me?" Tears filled my eyes as I said yes. A love that lasts. Now, years later, I'll look back on everything we went through and realize how much that one moment changed my life. The car crash that could have been a disaster turned out to be the beginning of something beautiful. James and I often joke about our unusual love story, but deep down, we know it was fate. What about you? Do you believe in destiny Or have you ever experienced a moment that changed everything? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. If you liked this story, don't forget like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. See you in next video.